10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NIP's turn to ban. Dire team ban. NIP's turn to ban. Dire team pick. NIP's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirits.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We could not have asked for a more fitting finish here to our group stages at ESL 1 Germany. It's been 9 maps for our round number 5, and we're getting ready for the third map here between Ninjas in Pyjamas and Viking GG. Winner of this map goes into the playoffs to join the big boys of the European and CIS region. Loser has to exit the tournament. Now, I've got my panel back here ready for game number 3. Draft, lads, very, very close to us. What are we expecting? Usually we see matters develop between teams in a best of 3 series. What's going to change?
5 seconds
Well,
remaining.
I don't think Vikings should be changed, right? I mean, although I do believe it was a bit of a throw, I still think Viking GG had like their chemistry kind of lineups, their synergy picks, so I don't think they should change that much.
Pick up the Aegis and cheese. That's what we have to change throughout this tournament. I think that's really important.
Throughout today, right? It's been kind
A lot
of
of blind moment. Yeah.
It's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe people need to have like a Roche pinger. But lads, we've got our draft in front of us here. Viking GG, the open with the Vengeful Spirit here. We were watching this develop in front of our eyes. The Venge gets picked here, and then Ninjas in Pyjamas go, well, we're going to have to pick the Drow Ranger or pick a hero that can deal with the Drow Ranger, man.
Well, I think they had a shot with the draft they had last game, but they might be a little demoralized or mentally just kind of done because of how the game progressed. And I feel like Viking GG, with what they had, they really performed execution-wise really well with what they had. But they instantly went with the Sven, despite the fact that the Venge was their opener. I'm a little surprised because normally you still want to pair up with something else. Could be Shadowfin, yeah, it could be but they went with the Sven instead.
Yeah, like this Drow Ranger pick just seems like they just want to take it off away from their enemy team. I think one of the main reasons is Charlie plays all this aggressive hero, Ulsa, Lifesteal, something that just jumps in. And Drow Ranger is usually good against it.
Yeah. So it looks like they do want to get rid of that. I'm surprised they didn't pick the Phoenix for their third pick, did Viking GG. So it seems like they really wanted to have this Sven as the counter to the Drow. Obviously, he's got that Aghanim Scepter in his back pocket. So if he does get to a position where he capitalize that, then you know, he will be able to jump on top of Charlie's head. But we'll have to see if it does get to that situation, because now the Phoenix is picked up from Ninja Pyjamas, and they're going to have to make sure that they focus this.
Yeah, I think it'd be wise if NIP just bans out the slaughter here. You don't really want Viking GG to get their... sorry, the other way around. We don't want NIP to take the slaughter, so Viking GG should ban it out. It's going to be pretty good against Sven in the laning phase. You can play the Drow with the slaughter's amplification, obviously from his ultimate. And on top of that, it's a pretty nice pair up with the Phoenix as well, if they want to run the Phoenix 4, which they don't tend to do. But all in all, though, I mean, both lineups you can develop pretty easily. You want to play around the Drow lineup again, like in the game where Viking GG picked it up. But showing the Sven really early and the Venge makes me a little worried, because now you don't really have a Venge kind of synergy pick, and Venge with the Sven in the laning phase is not really that strong either. It's very punishable. Unless you play that position in Greek, which they have done it before. It could be a flexi Vengeful Spirit pick here.
NIP's turn to
looks like they've cottoned onto that as well, Kurt.
Sorry?
The IO band, Ninjas in Pyjamas. Like they're very understanding that this IO could be the 5 and the Venge could be a flexi for 2.
Yeah, like I think the Timbersaw hasn't been banned.
I think it was banned last game.
It was.
In this game, they didn't ban
10
it. So
seconds
I think if
remaining.
the NIP can open with the Timbersaw in the 3rd pick,
5 seconds
I think that'll be really
remaining.
good.
They've got one more ban before they do have to pick yet again here.
NIP's turn to pick.
I mean, like what is really glaring out for you guys? It looks like the Bat Rider is one Pyjamas, so you want to. So you're thinking of Timbersaw QO?
Yep.
About the Saberlight heroes that's still left in Magnus
10
would be one.
seconds remaining.
And Magnus, even though you're playing with Drow against Sven, it's still pretty good.
5 seconds
And then you
remaining.
also have Beastmaster, which is banned. Just a little... Because normally they play very single-targeted lineups for NIPs, so when you pair up a Phoenix, you definitely want someone who can start the fights and create space so that the Phoenix can actually land his egg, as well as just utilize the Sunray from the back, so you have someone enabling you to kind of distract for you. But a lot of the heroes that Saberlight picks are either banned or just in generally not really good with the Phoenix itself. So I'm really curious to see what open up for Saberlight here. And I think they should try to open up in the 2nd phase right now. Not many options here. The only one that we really tell is Magnus.
About something like an axe for them, like Timbersaw, as QO said, I think would be Sven lane.
But the Timber isn't really Saberlight's hero. I think
Yeah.
that's only one concern. I think he was playing a lot of utility heroes such as Darkseer, Magnet, Panda, even like Beastmaster. So
What about something like a Pangolier here for Pyjamas? We haven't seen much of it, if any. I think we've seen 1 or 2 picks there for the Pangolier. It's something that these teams haven't been touching all too much. It's good chaos creator for the egg, right?
Not really. I just think
All right,
like it's
okay.
gonna. I think it's gonna get
I'm just throwing out heroes, boys. I'm
Let's
throwing
go
out
through our
heroes.
heroes.
I mean, Slider was the one I was recommending before, and Viking GG realized that they banned it out, which is very clever here. But yeah, the
Dire
problem
team
about
pick.
Pangolier is not really a front line, and his lane is not that strong against double stunner. Yeah, so they got that front line. It's not really the hero I was expecting, because I wanted a hero that could kind of just start the fights. But I guess you got someone who can sit in the front and not really just get bursted down. You can go Greaves, which kind of synergizes
10
with your lineup
seconds
right now, because you
remaining.
want to play around the drown, just keep him alive, right? So negating Sven's damage was
5
very important in
seconds
this
remaining.
regard. That being said, you can build Lotus Orb as well in the later stages, which will be very good against the 2 opening picks from Viking GG. And we already have an idea on how NIP wants to play. Now, the thing is, how does Viking GG get past the laning phase, and how do they get the winning condition? What's the hero they're going to play as a winning condition to deal with this drought? Because I think right now they're so reliant on the Sven. They need Boom to go on those heroes where he can just get the backline right and really kind of create havoc, or at least start a lot of tempo. And I feel like Storm was kind of one of those situations in the game where, even though he had a hard lane, still did a lot of work and set the pace of the game.
What are we thinking about a Snapfire here for Viking?
yeah,
GG?
that's what I was like exactly thinking.
NIP's
There's not many
turn.
offlane heroes left, and die.
Not super into that pick right now against the Drow Ranger, if I'm being perfectly honest.
But I think they just pick it for that like Underlord countering purpose with the Sven.
So it's a Solari hero here.
Yeah, I'll probably expect
Yeah, it
that.
10
should be. I
seconds
think Venge will
remaining.
be the now, because
So they're just going to make
5
the
seconds
audible with
remaining.
the Venge being the offlaner here. Probably just going to build auras and stuff, right, lads? Trying to build the Sven buffer.
Dire team pick.
well, I don't mind the Venge 3 here because he can build buffer, but he can also just swap the Drow into a bad position. Well, which allows the Sven to get an easier time to get on top of her, as well as just being kind of a, how to say, a front line in a sense. Because once you swap someone in, you're going to get targeted, but at the
10
same time, you can't
seconds
really just
remaining.
target the Venge. That being said, though, I really like NIP.
5 seconds
I think
remaining.
their lanes are so strong.
Dire
They have a
team
very
back.
easy to execute fight lineup as well.
Okay, so this is basically confirmed that Toby will be playing the Vengeful Spirit. I mean, he could play an Undying, but we've seen it from Zai before. I mean, he did win that game, but it's team secret. The asterisks to every hero player pick that we... I mean, I
Very
would...
risky. You
It
know,
is.
It's the last
10
game of the
seconds
day,
remaining.
and the loser has to go home. So I don't think they will
5
gamble
seconds
to
remaining.
like undying position.
So what rounds it out for both these teams then, lads? So we've got the last 4 bans here for both these teams. So what are we thinking that they need to get rid of? It feels like it's still going to be another another one of those mid matchups going forward.
Rough, because we kind of know how these two players play their mid heroes. They like these flashy kind of mechanical mid laners that can kind of bully either one. So we're expecting Lenas, we're expecting Queen of Pains, Tinies, Shadow
5
Fiends,
seconds remaining.
TAs as well. But I just feel like Viking GG that can get to the back line here.
Spirit again?
Yeah, it could be. They'd have a lack of control right now coming from NIP, despite the fact that they have Brood and whatnot. But I don't see it fixing the issue right now, and especially if you pick your hero. I think NIP has the last pick in this, right?
Yep.
So they can go for the same approach, and I really feel like in the last game, they just had to fix execution. They can go into this game knowing the problems and try to adapt to what they did wrong in the previous.
Well, they banned on themselves here, so you guys rattled off, you know, a few heroes, Queen of Pain, Lenas that are still sitting around, and imagine Viking GG, they've got to have to be careful of this counter pick as well, so they don't want to find a hero that gets 2 countered.
5 seconds remaining.
Come on, lads, I need a hero. I need a hero. I'm going to start tossing out some random names. You guys say yes or no. We've got Templar Assassin. We've got Kunkka. We've got Shadow Fiend. We've got Techies. No, not Techies.
I think Kunkka makes like the most sense here. Kunkka or Sapphire mid.
Sapphire mid would be hot. Unfortunately for us, we're on Southeast Asia right now.
He's not the type of player that's going to play
10 seconds remaining.
comfort hero that he's been playing throughout the term. So I'm expecting something like a Queen of Pain if left open here. Yeah, probably Queen of Pain is what I'm thinking. That Viking GG up here. If not, they'll probably pick a synergy hero with the Venge like a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, I can see the Shadow Fiend being hot here. Gives them a lot of magic burst as well. Gives them that AoE team fight that they're looking for. What about you, QO? What's bouncing around your head right now?
Yeah, like as I mentioned. Oh, even Pangolier could be like okay choices here.
I mean, if we were, again, we hark back to Southeast Asia quite a lot as the region that we are in and the region that we look at quite a lot when we look at competitive Dota, but I would say Earth Spirit. Invoker. Okay. Well, it's a boom hero.
Yeah, you're right. But it will be counter-matched up now. That being said, though, you do have a buffer strat right now. You've got the Alacrity, you have the Venge, who's most likely going to go Solo Crest later on, play around your Sven timings. He's probably going to go for the Quaswex build as well, as we saw Thompson play it before. It's going to be a very similar way of playing them.
I really like TA, like Templar Assassin. Like, I think once the Underlord has states ATOS, they have like enough lockdown.
Okay. Final map of our group stages, and we got ourselves a Supreme Broodmother, lads. Up against the Invoker, it's the age-old counter. Does this mean that Shad's gonna have to go mid?
Sven has to go mid.
He's gonna have to, right?
Yeah, he has to.
So that means that we can have Boom in the side lanes with probably an Undying support. Is that good enough against the Underlord? What, Phoenix lane? Yeah, Area will be playing the Phoenix Heroes to 4, and Misha will be playing the Fire Treant. Lads, we've got an interesting draft here. Are you guys excited for game number 3? I need you guys hyped up a little bit.
I'm just wondering how this lane's going to go, because Shad, I think, is just going to be fine in mid against the Broodmother. Max Cleave, really get destroyed at all, and there's no really roaming 4 here coming from Ninjas and Pyjamas to really help out the Brood snowballs, so...
And we've seen it before. We've only seen Broodmother win one of these games so far. We have seen Broodmothers, yeah, they do okay in that mid lane, but it's closing out the game here. And that's the biggest thing for Ninjas in Pyjamas, especially against that second game. So lads, before we head into game number 3, I need predictions. Final time for today.
I think Viking.
You're gonna go Viking?
I'm going with Viking.
All right, it looks like my boys are here ready and raring for the reverse sweep for Viking GG in their final series of ESL 1 Germany. So we're gonna head it over to our casters for the final time today. It's gonna be Odie, Pixel, and Fogged.
Thank you very much. Yes, the deciding game now between the two of them. Fog, we're getting a Broodmother coming out here at the end of the night. Now, how do you sort of feel about this Brood? We've seen Brood look a little underwhelming in some of the games as of late. Is this a good Brood game in your eyes, or do you think they've got the counters?
The hero right now, honestly. I said it yesterday too. I felt like the hero just... If there's any one hero that you can lane versus it, which they do have in this game, I feel like the hero just immediately just starts to feel weak. You end up farming at the same pace, if not slower than that opposing person, and you don't contribute too much. I can never see what this Brood actually brings to the table besides just like trying to kill one target, and then if you don't kill that target, you're just a useless Brood. So we'll see if they can actually make it work, because I think they do have some pretty good things wrapped around it. That's the one thing. It's like this is exclusively going to be like that brood in that one area, and then they have this tree, phoenix, and drow that's really strong trio together.
Sure, in terms of sort of the lanes of the combo. I mean, overall, would you sort of go against the brood draft? Do you prefer what Viking doing here, or what do you reckon?
Yeah, I love what
battle.
Viking actually has here right now. I actually think this Undying pick for me was the thing that sold it for me. Most people absolutely hate the Undying, but when I see an unavoidable position where you have 2 strength heroes put in the off lane, immediately I'm just like, Undying looks like he's just going to win the game. He's going to win the safe lane so hard by himself. Because I look, Underlord and Phoenix, both strength. If he's actually top and he gets these decays, he'll crush them. And I can assume that's probably how they set it up, unless they do a full
You'll have to
aggro
do
try,
better than
which
that.
I'll change things a little bit.
Fight me.
At the moment, even bringing Shad down for some first blood opportunity. We're already skilling the stun too, so really wanting to make a go with this.
Yeah, skilling stun's always fine. Even if you're mid, it's
Well,
not
even
gonna
if you're
make a
laning
difference.
against the brood, you still have
Yeah,
to
it's
stun
like
for the well, just range and.
Yeah.
30 seconds
It's just better.
to battle.
Like even just in harassment, like, there's no point. The cleave just does nothing for you in the lane in level 1. You just push it into him, right? Like you'll get some harassment damage, but the stun can even do so. You can just do so much more. It's always better to have.
And RP's gonna fall for this trap. Charlie staying close to the tower. Found.
And yeah, we see Celery go back up top, and he does have an Invoker
The
in his lane,
battle
which might make him
begins.
just a bit weaker, but I think he's going to be able to dominate both of these heroes kind of by himself. Undying versus 2 strengths is, like I was mentioning, it feels so damn good to play in that position as Celery. And their other lanes, they look fun. Like the Venge and the Rubik, this is a little bit of a weird lane, but it's all adjustments that have to happen because of this brood pick.
Yeah, and you don't think sort of then ending up with like the Venge in the offlane is the worst thing in the world? You're still fine with the core Venge here?
No, it's fine in their draft.
See, I think definite focus on Supreme to see what he can do as a brood. To see if he can sort of sell us this hero.
Yeah, let's see what happens up top here. Era's gonna have to do work with his Fire Spirits in particular, the first few usage of them off Accelerate to make sure you can't bully them away. Decent stacks coming up onto Saberlight though. We've seen that cold snap, but the Fire Spirits are kicking in. Accelerate's still committing
Good
for
damage though.
Yeah.
Saberlight, yeah, Celery's doing a good job of just forcing him back. Another decay, and yeah, Saberlight's got to step right back. No stout on him right now, just tangos.
He's look at it. Look, this is what I'm talking about,
He's
right? Like, look at
entirely
this.
zoning
He's the
them.
boss.
Yeah.
He's zoning 2 heroes as an Undying. He doesn't get the he hasn't gotten a single double decay either, which is pretty important to point out. That he's able to do that even without that. So.
Oh, and now the cold snap. I mean, a tornado?
It's a level 2 though.
Yeah, I was a little ambitious on that tornado there. Not nearly going to have enough range.
And they were forcing it a bit hard there too. Boom had double creep wave. I guess he really wanted to punish his level 2. Celery just dead. He took down his decay fell off.
All right, easy kill for Era. Quite the definition of it. As just steps up and gets an Undying as he undecays.
Quite a big mistake there, as he was doing such a good job zoning the both of them, and now they'll catch up because the wave pushed in so hard into them. The ideal for him would have been to zone them while the lane stayed all the way back toward his tower for Boom to free farm. This actually looks pretty good for NIP now up top, and I'm gonna start looking at the other lanes a little.
We're seeing mid, pretty even. Just going back between the two. Shad's certainly taking quite a hit though, as Supreme's been able to do a good job at hitting on to the Sven top lane. They will manage to get Saberlight this time round.
Yeah.
Hold snap of the tornado whilst he's put a few of those decays on him, and he's gone.
Yeah, still good damage. The lane positioning is still great for NIP, so Ara is still getting that XP. Underlord will get it when he comes back too. But all things considered, you know, it's an Quas Wex Invoker in the safe lane with an Undying, so winning the lane is still pretty difficult for you, even if you do have this king of versus strength heroes with this Undying.
I'm seeing down bottom. Looks like Charlie's having a bit of a slow start. He's got a good creep wave coming in on him, but he's definitely having the slow of the starts when it comes to last hitting.
Yeah, they cut all the trees. We see Toby cut every single one of them with the Quelling Blade, so the tree can't play on the left side, and Aramis just isn't playing on the right side. On the left side has a null finished up too, so a little bit of base damage that they're just crushing.
Kill on the
It's
top
again
lane.
top. Okay.
I mean, they're getting the kills.
Nice.
Each and every time, just the Tornado and Cold Snap at this early level doing
The decays.
all the work. Yeah, whilst their strength is as low as it is.
They are out of mana up top now, though, and out of regen. Celery, maybe go Suicide if you can. Find that tier 2 to Suicide, too, to be able to refresh himself up. Maybe Era goes and hunts him, though. Era does have Tranquil Boots.
Bottom lane, they're trying for Aramis with the multi-shot, and they got him.
Nice.
They needed that as well. Charlie was definitely feeling the pressure being applied, and
Oh, he's dead.
Alright, I mean, Era, yeah, two kills already as this Phoenix. I mean, the battles are all happening up at this top lane. We've seen what a farmed Phoenix has done already this series, so see if Era's able to sort of step up and do the same.
He's played the lane really well, actually, on Era. Very surprising. I actually thought this top lane was going to be a total disaster, but
Wow.
yeah, he's been crushing it, really. Avoiding the double decays, playing around and dying, getting the kill. Yeah, he's been doing everything right on this Phoenix. And Chad's actually getting bullied pretty hard in mid. He might actually die.
Oh,
Dire's middle tower
he's
is
dead.
under attack.
Supreme. Very, very nice. I mean, you said as well, you know, this is, you know, we're seeing a lot of brutes come out, and a hero goes mid against them where the brute's not able to make these super
Dire's
plays.
bottom
And
tower is under
sure,
attack.
Sven's got the cleave and such, but Supreme able to play around that and getting these sort of kills in the lane. I mean, then you are at least utilizing one of the strengths of the brute that we haven't really seen a lot of teams being able to do, even with these late picks.
Yeah, Saberlight top will go down again to another
Bottom.
EMP. But yeah, that's exactly what we have.
Bounty Rick. Misha.
Toby.
Aramis is going to give Charlie a good bit of a snap there on the way out. Play ball
got
back up in
boots.
a second.
He's gonna chase him.
It's not going to be enough to kill him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Right? Close.
Dire's structures are fortified.
For me.
Aramis picking up both of the kills as the Rubik.
Bottom lane looks like a lot of fun to play in. Super volatile lane. Nobody really getting any last hits. 16 on Toby, 13 on the Drow. Just constant battling. The battling definitely is paying off for Viking here. But yeah, this mid is definitely a concern though, right? Like you're mentioning, it's the first time we've seen the Brood actually able to take advantage of that laning matchup, and he's not even versus something he can take advantage of. I'm actually so surprised how he did this versus Shad.
Yeah.
Shad just eating too much harass from the spiders, it seems.
Top lane. This time round, they will be able to get Boom himself. One's falling low on the man. He's going to be able to come back to lane at least with some items. Definitely starting to feel a little bit of the weakness of the side lane Invoker now.
Yeah, I mean, his base damage is always pretty terrible, especially versus an Underlord. Shad, he'll actually pop the God Strength mid, just force the wave out as much as possible here. Try to back up and farm for the jungle afterwards, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's trying to keep up with his Bruise farm.
Is under attack.
As, yeah, I mean, I imagine we're going to see sort of the standard build from him, Diffuse or BKB Axe.
Yep. I don't think he should stray away from that at all. I like that he at least has a tread. I saw the other day. If someone didn't build the boots, it felt pretty awful.
Down bottom.
Toby.
So they've got enough damage for this. They've got the Leech Seed, but Toby able to step back. Good stats here early on, 11 armor on Toby.
They're giving some respect on the side of NIP to this lane of Viking. With these arcane boots finished, they have level 3 magic missile too. It's so much burst damage between the two of them. And the repositioning is big too. The lift just throws them closer.
Kind of going on to Boom again. This time Celery dropping the Tombstone. Era still trying to look towards it, but they'll turn and go for the Tombstone kill. Sablight's going to be able to get it. Era tries with the dive out, but the Cold Snap catches him. Still alive. Pushing Boom back. Boom tries to turn, but he's been dusted. The Firestorm's down as well as the Sunray. Era's going to be able to help get the kill. Sure, Era falls, but Era really doing the work here. I mean, him and Saberlight killing off Boom 2 times in a row now. Really shaking up this Invoker's early game.
Yeah, the only thing that he can get, like we were mentioning, is just kills. That's the only way that this Invoker's going to get any farm. So if he dies, yeah, he's getting no last hits and no farm. And yeah, last hitting is always just going to be something that's kind of off the menu up for this
Bottom
Invoker.
lane. Looking for Misha. The heal off though, and he's actually able to turn. Does end up dying, but again, it's resulting in Charlie being able to get kills. And very important that Charlie does manage to find these opportunities, because of the fact that this farm have been slowed down.
So many trade kills on both
Top lane,
sides.
Celery, he's going to go down again. Eberline error. And finally, Undying is trying to run, but the Sunray is out. Celery's got anything else to offer? He has not. Once again, a third death on the Undying in this top lane. The battles continue.
Feels like these teams are getting a little bit more fight hungry, as we usually don't see this many kills. 8 to 7 this early on. Look, Phoenix is level 6 at 8 minutes 30 seconds.
That's the big thing here up on this top lane.
Underlord's level 7 too, so it's just like these two up top are absurdly high level in comparison. Boom just hit the 6, Undying's only level 5. These two are gonna have quite an influence on the game as we see rotations.
Bottom. Toby. Look at the wars, Charlie. Celery's going to step in another swat, trying to get Charlie back close to Celery and Aramis. At the magic missile, do they have the burst with the soul rip? They do. Good move from Celery, comes down to the bottom and cleans up the duo lane of NIP.
Now he's level 6. These are the highest level supports I've ever seen in the game.
All these kills.
3 supports are 6 pre 10 minutes.
Radiant's
Supports,
bottom
yeah, that's
tower
some
is under attack.
That's some good stuff.
Dire's middle tower
As an
is
early
under
rotation
attack.
from Celery, I think he wanted to break away from top, moving around. Supreme now is getting a lot of damage onto mid with Era hanging around him. This Phoenix, with this early level 6 just chilling, and they actually get the
Dire's
tower
middle
because of this
tower has
easily.
fallen.
I mean, this
Radiant's
is looking
bottom
like a
tower
very
is under
good start
attack.
for the Brood.
Yeah.
Right, we've seen Broods before, you know, they sort of just keep their own half. He's able to take, he's taken away the Ancients from the Sven.
Oh my.
I mean, this is going perfectly for Supreme. Not going to try and put a stop to him.
Do they have
Got
the damage? They've got some slow with the Undying. But that's it. Trez, the move speed is high. Able to disengage.
Yeah, Supreme absolutely just causing a nuisance already.
Yeah.
Now, bottom Era trying to play with the two of them. That's the 3 booms coming over. They can go for Era. Tornadoes out. And that'll do
Dire's
it.
top tower is under attack.
Snap and you get the Fade Bolt. Not a chance for Era to pop an egg on the high ground. Let's take him down. Top lane though, pressure's been put on by Saberlight. Getting some hits onto this tier 1 towers. NIP do continue to just pressure these towers a lot earlier than Vikings are going to be able to do so.
Yeah, that's because they can take, they take that mid tower early. They get this huge move into the Ancients area. Viking has to respond with 5 heroes. So yeah, Saberlight gonna get all that space up top. These 2 early tier 1s are gonna set for quite a pace. Saberlight actually has the mech done. That's gonna make things really problematic for Viking to actually look to take any head-on fights, because they don't want to take head-on fights for a while. Chad's got Midas. I imagine he wants to continue to farm because of this, but he's actually running at bottom.
I mean, has
This might kick off for him badly, though.
NIP's more than happy to fight it. They turn up straight away. Misha's going to get the overgrowth out onto it, and that's going to be Toby going down as well as Celery. And that just, it did feel like a strange push to be made there by Viking.
Yeah.
NIP more than happy to turn up. Harris is going to continue chasing them down. Do as much damage as he can to Shad. I mean, Shad, he'll live, but on very low HP there with the damage being kicked out. And just like that, around the mid lane, Supreme, he's got his defusal done. So you can't come anywhere close to here. He's diving towers, cleaning up kills. NIP is starting to take control of Vikings half of the map very early on this game.
Yeah, this is actually looking to be pretty problematic. They're doing moves that they feel forced to do and getting punished for it as Saberlight.
We'll manage to burst Saberlight here, put a stop to the push down bottom.
Oh, his mech was still on Courier. He actually didn't have it yet. It was flying. It was actually very close to him.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ollie for the kill. Already behind the tower. Supreme diving in deep. He's going to get the kill. Double nuke down Aramis. Now coming in, Era still fine to play around. He still has the egg if he feels threatened.
Tower is under
Just
attack.
huge amounts of pressure from NIP that Viking GG's having to react to.
They're gonna at least be able to hold this tower, but yeah, painful time to hold it. It really does feel like they're gonna have to have some time to farm, but I don't know how much time they're gonna be given from NIP with the way that they're playing. With this Brood, the way that Supreme's gonna look to play super aggressive. They always have the winning team fight too. With this tree, with this Phoenix, they are overwhelmingly strong. Especially with Saberlight having this mech early too. It does feel like NIP, they have a huge window now for this next, it feels like for the next 8 to 10 minutes, where I don't know how Viking can actually just look to straight on fight them. Broodmother is just way too big. She just pierces into the backlines. And there's a lot of squishy backline heroes on Viking, 4 of them in fact, that she easily kill. Like look at Boom, he's always at a threat here. Supreme's on top of it.
Straight in with the spirits too. Toby's going to go down by Elizabeth. The sun ray in the urn, burning him. Another connection by the fire spirits. Can Toby live? He cannot. Era gets another. 7 kills now on the Phoenix at 13 minutes. Era to continue to make incredible levels of magic happen. Ooh. And now they have found the spider. And they kill Supreme. Tornado, EMP down. Cold Snap as well. Supreme trying to run. Can he make it out of He's getting away with it. He's out to the side. The 4 heroes chasing him.
Firestorm.
Firestorm. It's not enough. 38.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
close,
is
but
under
so
attack.
far. Supreme, he lives. He's able to run away from all 4 of them.
Look at how much pressure he's causing, though. Like,
And he's doing some. Oh, this is some great brood play.
this is really good Brood play. Yeah, he
Dire's
broke
top tower
Boom at the
is under
back line to
attack.
force his whole team to start reacting to him, and because of this, Toby just gets burnt down by Era, because all the attention's getting like ping pong back and forth. They don't know where they want to choose to go. Yeah, this is some top tier Brood play for sure here from Supreme. And during the entirety of it, you know, Charlie
Invisibility.
just farming on the side as he's had a bit of a tough game on the Drow. Getting all that alleviated by this nice Supreme Brood who's off to a great start and off to very good item timings. Viking.
And
looking to get
they're
active.
trying to hunt him. They want to get the
Yeah.
spider.
3 BKB, they definitely
Here we go. Can they burst him this time? Yes, they can. Supreme goes down. I mean, that's exactly what they were looking for there. They're trying to splat the spider.
Yeah, pre-BKB they can still easily kill Supreme. Supreme has to get some time to go to the farm now when they do hunt him. Like we said, it is all time for Charlie to get that space and catch up. But Viking, I think all things considered, not in a horrible spot. Shad, he's got the Echo
Shad's
Stinger
fine.
already finished. He's
Yeah.
fine. It's just the other 2 that are a little bit concerning, but I feel like it's all really about the Sven, because I think that's why they kind of drafted like this too, where it's all about the Sven, where they're going to Alacrity him, they're going to Solar Crest buff him, they're going to throw everything onto the Sven to just try to have him carry.
Yeah.
So if they're a little bit behind, it doesn't feel as bad. So a little concerned for them.
I mean, he gets BKB Ags, and then the game does become hard for heroes like this Drow. Yeah, and even for the Brood, you know, having that sort of reliable way of closing the gap when the BKB is down on Brood. Suddenly Supreme isn't going to be able to run away all the time.
Yeah. And they always will have the War Cry in particular. That's one of the bigger abilities I always see versus like Drow versus Brood Mothers and stuff like that. This armor bonus, this speed bonus for your team to just get on top of heroes or just get out or just even survive a little bit longer. If you can survive during these BKB durations, especially on the Brood, you can turn. The Viking, not a comfortable spot. Who paused this time? It was Viking again. Seems like Boom's been having some issues with his internet today.
Boom.
Looks like I think it was the 3rd pause for him.
How's he doing? Gonna go straight for the vessel. Yeah, that Brood, of course. That life still kicking in with the ultimate. As we'll see again here on the replay, just that great escape
Aw.
from him. A Sunstrike, so close.
All right, and we're fixed. Oh, instant Vaz back from NIP. But yeah, I want to see Boom. I want him to. I'm fine with Vessel. I might even want him to just go straight for the Solar, but I know Toby's probably going to be the one to do that for the Sven. Either way, it's going to be all these auras and everything just to buff up the Sven as well. Both teams having some Discord issues, it seems. Are we having any? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Nope, we're good. GH?
GH?
Why do you say GH?
Why did he say GH?
He just wanted to say GH. You know,
GH.
sometimes you can't help yourself. You just say
Shout out to GH. He might be
Shout out
watching.
GH.
Hello, GH.
It's late, isn't it? Isn't it late over there for all you guys now?
Oh yeah, we'll be late for GH. It would probably, but he's up all night playing Dota.
It's got to be like 1 a.m. for him or something.
And he would he miss an amazing ODPixel and Fog stream? Of course he would not. GH, he watches all the time. I'm sure he's our biggest fan. Hello, GH.
It actually might be true.
Better be watching.
That's
They
exact.
better be. I think he's actually in a pub right now. Let me check.
That's he probably is actually.
Late night Dota, the best kind. As yeah, the gold shrinks down. Shad gets more time to farm another ancient stack.
Radiant's bottom
Under
tower
vision the
is
whole
under
time though, so
attack.
they see that this Sven is not in
Radiant's
fighting
structures
position
are
for bottom.
fortified.
No.
IP, they know that there's only going to be 4 down here. They only have 3 at the moment. But like we said, this Tree, this Phoenix, this Underlord, these are the big ones to kick off the starting of the fight. Let's see.
Celery's trying to step in, look for a chance to drop that tombstone.
Oh, look at this poor catapult. It's a Alacrity. You'd think it's going to attack fast, and then it gets Fire Spirit, and it does nothing. So there's the first medallion. Okay, it's going to be the Undying who gets them. Yeah, they're all going to buy They're all going to buy Solar Crests and Lotus Orbs and stuff as Supreme.
Oh,
They spot 100%.
oh, Tornado's off the mark. He's juking around, they don't see him up here.
Oh, and the Rift on the Spiders.
Oh,
They're
that's
bringing the
smart.
team, the back.
Oh, the surprise! Oh my goodness, he's there! The X out! The pit as well! They can't hit the egg, the overgrowth stopping them from holding the attacks in place, and they're dead! Rubik goes down, Supreme's over towards Celery, Toby's trying to run. He'll make it away.
Dire's top
There we go.
is under attack.
They have to concentrate their shot. He might be able to turn this. He's not Saberlight. Boom is dying to Supreme. It's a triple kill for Saberlight.
Is doing some insane work. Look at Celery go.
Supreme's going to be able to get it.
Okay.
And
Chad?
Shad is now, he's getting carried out big time by his Nature's Grasp. He's going to
Got the
turn and
Midas
run.
off. He got the Midas usage off. He's trying to run.
Ooh, they're chasing. Aramis is back in, yeah, and NRP can't dive this any further. But a very nice little play that the Spiders and the Dark Rift, you got to watch out for that.
Spooky.
They were desperately trying to kill the Spiders. They couldn't get the right one. There's too many of them.
No, the Fade Bolt, I believe it didn't bounce to the to said Spider that was rifted on. That was one of the spookiest ganks I think I've ever seen, but Viking actually reacted pretty decently during it. The Undying instantly dropped a tombstone on the high ground. Rubik instantly stole Treant ulti and popped it. So all things considered, they did react pretty well to how much of a panic, like, oh my god, they're on top of us, it was. And they did get Shad away. That's the biggest.
Making sure that this Sven lives. I need to, you know, that BKB timing, the all important.
Yeah. But even the BKB timing, like we said, if you're playing versus Tree,
Sure,
they have a lot of different ways to play around it.
Yeah, Overgrowth and Supernova is still going to trip him up.
Yeah.
Radiant
It's always
are
like
scanning.
it's like I always call these two when they're on the same team. It's the anti-carry because you feel like you have to go BKB and Manta, which never
Radiant's
feels really
bottom
that great.
tower is under attack.
However, he can just do Aghanims because he's Sven, and you can just stun out of roots for some reason. So that's always an option that he does have for
Radiant's
after that
bottom
BKB.
tower has fallen.
Misha gets a deep ward down, watch this chat, and yeah, with that, they already knew the Rosh was pretty free for themselves, but they can quickly finish it off.
Pretty much gets Supreme's own BKBs, nearly got it done.
Got it delayed a lot though, it feels like.
Yeah, it's certainly been slowed down a little bit. But I mean, it's still, it's good timing. I mean, there's this Brood, and at least what he's been able to sort of take away from Viking, these moves onto their half of the map.
Yeah, and he's all the way to level 17 too, so he's very high leveled. And yeah, he can traverse very quickly. Short of the BKB still.
Aramis chasing.
Fights happening bottom. Tombstone's on the high ground too.
Aramis is TPing it out. Doesn't want to be a part of this. He is away. Celery also going to try for the TP out. If they've got anything to stop it, they're going to blow the Overgrowth. Shield themselves to kill on the Undying and on the Tombstone. They'll be able to take that out too. So some nice money here for Charlie, picking up a kill and the Tombstone bonus.
They're gonna smoke. They didn't actually check to see if there's a there is. So Viking, they're gonna be prepared for this one. Chad, he has the BKB at the ready.
Yeah, and they don't quite have the BKB on Supreme.
Radiant
risky.
structures are fortified.
Down bottom. Charlie actually taken out here by Toby and Boom.
Okay.
Pushing on the lane whilst the rest of them try to move over into the triangle of Viking GG, and he loses his life for the two of them. NIP trying to get revenge here. Boom. He's out with Ghost Walk. There's anything to catch. The dust is out. Shad's there on the side. He's popping the God Strength. Shad wants to fight. He's going to turn straight away on to Saberlight with the telekinesis. Saberlight's out of position. Saberlight goes down.
Dire's
got him,
top
okay.
tower is under attack.
Bumped up to 18 now. Kill on Sven. Gets himself a nice little kill. Sweet.
Of course, I'm going to go straight into that Axe next, Sven.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was just saying. It's like, Sven, you don't have to worry about going Manta because, yeah, you can just stun out of roots. So, That's going to be really nice when he gets BKB and Ags. He doesn't have to worry so much about the overgrowth plus egg combo as much.
No, we see Supreme is curing up the AC next. I mean, could he sort of just like what is it about this game that means that he can afford to play without the Aghanims?
Maybe he's just thinking that a team has to play around him this game rather than playing around their Drow because Charlie's just so broke.
Dire's middle tower.
So I think that she's just, or that Supreme's just thinking that the Brood can just be that centric force around her rather than looking to play all around the sides and everything.
Radiant's bottom
Definitely hurt his mobility a bit, but make him just stronger himself when he's just fighting toe-to-toe versus somebody.
Dire's middle tower.
We'll see if it pays off.
Trying their best to force this tower down. Viking ready to fight in 30. Already though. Fight's going to kick off from NIP. They'll look to catch onto the bench, but Toby forced off to the side. Supreme's trying to move him with the BKB.
Okay.
He's really committing for this, but Toby's able to swap himself to the side. He's fine. So BKB charged down. They don't get a kill, but they do secure the space for the tower to be taken.
It's a very overzealous BKB though. These, 10-second BKB is not something you want to just liberally use just like that. That was a very aggressive one. No way he gets that kill. As we've seen the way that they itemize on the side of Viking, it's literally just any type of buffs and 4-steps, etc. for the Sven. So if they have 4-step, they have swap on bench most of the time.
Still Charlie finding himself some space at the top part of the map for that Shadow Blade next. Make sure that he has some sort of way to break away from the Storm Hammer initiation of Shad.
Yeah, Shad is still really keeping up in that. 341 last hit. So like we said, it's really the biggest. It feels like the biggest 4-protect one ever on the side of Viking this game.
Yeah, definitely not a bad game to do that. The Sven is very strong against these heroes. When he has that BKB Ags done, there's going to be little that can hold him back reliably.
Yeah, there's just now going to have to be the itemization from NIP of where you address that. Your Lotus Orbs, your Blinks, everything that you were talking about earlier. That they're getting online towards the Lotus Orb is nearly done on Saberlight. They already have a couple other things to deal with that already on other heroes.
Under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Got tier 2 down. NIP still trying their best to keep the pressure up, play fast with this Brood. Before the Sven becomes too much of an issue.
Yeah, Supreme's trying to catch any of these squishy heroes, the Rubik and the Undying, whenever they are on their warding expeditions, but can't quite do so. And they know where Shad is farming. The circle was drawn around him down bottom, so they can look to set up around him soon. I think Misha could look to
Radiant are scanning.
Be a bit sneaky on this Chain Protector to catch this Sven a bit.
That is the Aegis gone though on Supreme, so having to get a little more cautious if they do want to try and force things. Viking back to the base.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Shad's out on top. And that's the Ags done, so you have the Ags complete now, Shad.
I feel pretty comfortable if I was on Viking right now too with his timing on the Sven. Like it doesn't feel like the Brood has done the damage. Like 2k gold lead, it's whatever. You have a level 20 Sven with an Aghanim's BKB Echo, and you have so many buffs for him. Alacrity, you have your Venge, you have so many different things that can amp him up. Yeah. Charlie is not nearly. Charlie's actually like almost half the net worth of the Sven. He's gonna get deleted.
Yeah, he is indeed very far behind Shad.
Supports really feel like they're gonna have to carry the fights on NIP. This trade in the Phoenix.
There we go. And I'll start things off with a quick catch on to Misha, but the Lotus was out in time. Gives Misha the chance. He probably overgrowth. Yeah, X there as well on the high ground. The Supernova's gonna be successful. Stunning Shad through his BKB over to the side. Supreme is on top of Boom. Invoker's taken out. There'll be a buyback from Misha. Saberlight still alive. They continue to kite up Shad. Another jump forward again though. These Lotuses. Saberlight, I mean, he's done it. He's absolutely done it there. Saberlight's Lotus Orbs just making that fight look incredibly easy for NIP. The first one straight up tripping up the Sven, allowing Misha to get off the overgrowth. Therefore, giving the space for Era to get this incredible supernova off. I mean, and again, just at the end, even when he's dying, they're just securing the kill on the Sven. The Lotus Orb just destroyed Shad's gameplay.
couldn't have said it better myself. It really, I was really feeling like, oh my god, this is where Shad's gonna turn up. He's gonna do some big damage, 10-second BKB, and then it's literally the perfect situation for NIP to get their overgrowth post BKB off, and then another Lotus reflect afterwards, and then Shad comes in to clean up. It literally, I could not have been better for NIP the way they set up that fight.
And looking at Gods, I imagine he only just got that Lotus.
Got it. He had just
got the Lotus Orb. I mean, that item just ruined Viking GG and ruined Shad in particular in that fight. He was all good to go. He was massive. I mean, we've just been talking up his net worth, and both usages perfect.
Yeah, it's not even like it was like on target for a long time and Shad didn't see it or anything. There. It was like split second mid-air. So he couldn't even like BKB or anything like that. It was perfect. Like actual just perfect from NIP. The way they set up the fight. Up to 5k lead, and Charlie, like we said, he was the big winner at the end of it, coming up and cleaning up the big kill. Got his Shadow Blade finished up now too.
They're trying to come out with a smoke, Viking. I've got God Strength and BKB back up, so Shad's ready to go for another round. Already though, starting to think Shad, who is he going to find? He pops the God Strength, he's going straight over towards Charlie. Puts towards Charlie, but he heals up. As he's up in the air, Shad still looking for this drow. He's in onto Charlie. Charlie stuns there. Shad gets the kill with the supernova. It's going to be successful again. Going off. Misha has the overgrowth. Shad's still holding onto his BKB. Now he'll pop it. Moves over to Saberlight with another stun. And then lost Toby on the bench. Trying to finish Saberlight. The heal from the submarine, not to keep him alive. So Viking will be able to punch back, get themselves the 2 kills, push NIP away.
That time we saw his power. That time he wasn't perfectly kited and controlled. He could stick on a target. We saw the tree, and we saw Misha actually stop canceling his overgrowth over and over again, but couldn't stop the Sven from sticking onto Charlie and onto Saberlight. But now, no God Strength. This is where NIP is really strong. This low cooldown.
Trying to keep all the lanes pushed in so they'll be able to catch mid, the bomb lane. DD we're in top 2 as we get Charlie back in action.
Oh, good timing too. DD room Roche is up. I do believe, I think Supreme can just take the DD and go into the pit soon. They have how much, they should have a good idea of how long God Strength is down for too. Let's see, if they spot the DD, see what their move is. Pretty sure they can.
Go for this Roche. Will be scouted by the Sunstrike, but very hard to make a move around here. Aramis and Toby are heading over, but you need the Sven.
They're not going to make it in time. They might kill those tree protectors. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, Toby's in trouble there. It's been pitted. Nature's Grass down too, just holding Viking GG at bay.
All eyes on Shad.
Doesn't get in time.
They get the last hit.
Ooh, the Wave of Terror last hit. That is pretty pog. Very nice. Very nice there.
Small, small little gold.
The Wave of Terror.
Oh, don't forget the cheeses. Okay, they can. Don't forget. I was on my eyes on it this time too. Let's see.
They got mid jump. Supreme's going to get a chance to put the BKB. Shad's put the God Strength, and now he's got to run. Tombstone up on the high ground. Celery's been left behind. Supreme focusing on Pim, but the swap's there. Toby's able to come in with the save. Celery on the side. Now Shad is able to stun on the turn. Aaron's able to get the supernova off, and the overgrowth rooted. Again, the overgrowth for the supernova. Is it going to be successful? It is not. It is down and out. Did do the damage though. Shad very low. Caught in the pit once more. He's pushed up to the side. He's going to be able to live. Where is he? Supreme. He's found him. Another blast of the spiders takes down the Sven. Supreme trying to chase Sunstrike on Saberlight, gets it. Boom's able to take down the Underlord with a beautiful Sunstrike. Supreme still kiting from the side.
Aramis might get him here.
And there's still Charlie around. Charlie's trying to take the attention away from the Brood Supreme.
Radiant's
Vessel crawl away.
The Vessel's going to take him out.
He's dead.
She's dead. And so is Charlie.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
My
is under
goodness,
attack.
Viking GG. I mean, that spider's dead for 80 seconds.
Dude, look at how much damage Rubik
Radiant's
did. Look at the
middle tower is
firestorms.
under attack.
7,800 damage from Aramis in the fight. He got like 5-6 firestorms off on these targets as their BKBs are ending. I think like 2 or 3, 4 Spirit Vessel charges coming out from Boom. They ended up kiting the fight long enough.
That's pretty insane. I mean,
they actually came out ahead.
Even with sort of their Sven, he struggled. You know, Shad was not having a good fight there. They were kiting him, they were killing him. It didn't matter. The rest of the team coming into play, some smooth moves. I mean, a lovely, lovely Sunstrike on Saberlight in the midst of it all as well from Boom.
Aramis has just been holding on to Firestorm is literally the best spell he can steal right now, and he's just been holding on to it. The damage that it does is absurd in the fights.
Yeah, and the fact
he shredded them.
I mean, the fact they got the egg as well. It was so close.
It was so close.
It was just about to go. They got the last hit on it.
That was when everybody's hits count, not like when it's just your carry. Everyone was trying to hit at the Venge, from the high ground, the Rubik. Yeah. They all were doing their best because Shad was rooted. And that's, I mean, like we said, pretty huge. They get a big win in experience, 8,000 experience lead, or 8,000 experience swing. And now they get a 2,000 gold lead too. And we show that Shad, he may be the beast that they have to throw all the attention onto, but the rest of them, they do still pack a punch inside the fight. This Rubik is now quite a big thing you have to deal with his own Lotus Orb.
Misha. Catch outside the base. Actually popping the over.
Stolen, and he gives it away. Aramis can insta-heal. Oh. That's huge, because now the Broodmother, you don't have a way to play around it. If you BKB, you get rooted. That's not only just a regular root, it's a Rubik root, so it lasts even longer.
Why did he overthrow?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Radiant's
now,
bottom
as you
tower
say, Aramis, he's on the lookout for a big play with this.
Yeah. I mean, this could be a game-winning overgrowth here inside these fights too, because it's not only just it does good damage, but the duration of how long it holds you in place. It's a 5-second BKB piercing root as a root.
Yeah, I mean I guess it's getting pretty late in the day. He must have just it's something that sort of happens, I guess, when you just forget there's a Rubik there, right? Because if he's aware of a Rubik being right next to him, he's not popping overgrowth for the way out. No. But he did, and Aramis has got it.
Dire are scanning.
Now they're pretty damn strong in these next few fights because of that here. There is a Phoenix that they still have to worry about, but they've shown they can kill the egg. And it does feel like they'll always have the vision in the fights because of the way Celery's been playing too. He always gets the Tombstone off on a high ground, it feels. And this Tombstone, you know, for those who don't know, gives you the best day and night vision in the game if you put it up on those high grounds. You always see everything in the fights.
It feels like for NIP now being knocked down a little bit. I mean, it's getting to the stage where this Sven is just going to be a lot easier for Shad to play the fights. I mean, the Brood and the Drow, things aren't going to get easier for these heroes. I mean, maybe if Charlie did have some sort of insane level of farm, but playing from behind as this Drow and with the Brood as your only real strong source of power, it doesn't look easy for NIP circumstance.
No, they already have all the tools on Viking to buff up this Sven to absolute maximum. You know, with the Solar Crest, I believe they have Solar Crest and Medallion to throw on him, and they have all the rest that comes from the Venge naturally. So, yeah, it's looking real good now for Viking. It's looking pretty hard actually for NIP unless they get some huge wraparound here from Supreme.
NIP's going to try that.
He spent his gold. He buys the faster. Supreme, he has no gold for buyback if he dies.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We'll see if that pays off. We'll see if that pays off. If going for that basher full in, no buyback could be pretty risky at this stage.
He went for all the spider damage, all the spider talents too, even though he's gone full right click himself.
Yeah, I mean, it did. But then, I mean, I guess well, yeah.
That sounded like some interesting inner dialogue with you, Owen. I mean, you know why he goes. I'm
just trying to run the numbers here, really. Yeah. And
it is the standard brute stuff. Like the other talents are.
No, they check out. You know, you want the attack damage with the AC or on the spiders. It's nice. Cooldown reduction. There's cooldown reduction.
CDR.
You know, you take cooldown reduction over. Whoa! Well, what's going on here? Table up. Hey, he's in trouble, but on the side, a beautiful pitch. Actually caught the egg. The egg's down. They've got to back off here. Viking's got to back away from this egg. They're not in position to take this. They'll lose. Toby on the bench. NIP are going to try and chase for more. Supreme running in. Shad watching on the side. Shad, what's he want to do? Oh, it's a three-man stun. It's a three-man stun for Shad. He's straight in. And now he's over. The overgrowth. It locks down the Brood. The stolen overgrowth. And it locked down the Brood that doesn't have any buyback for.
Oh, God.
It actually did it. You said it.
Stolen overgrowth.
You said it.
Winning.
And
God.
It just killed the Brood that doesn't have buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be that trim right now.
No,
Questions being asked. Why does the Rubik have overgrowth?
Yeah, you know what? He did use the root right before Rubik did, so maybe Misha can just be like, hey, he stole it right then. What are you talking about? No, he just got lucky. It was a great steal. Even though he did have that overgrowth from the fight before at the bottom.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, we were just saying it. Like, if, as soon as Supreme charges in, as soon as he has the BKB, you know, you're going to see that Rubik do it. Perfect execution is all the way up to an 8k gold lead now and finishing up some big items. Boom with the Shivas. Chad. What did he just sell? His Midas. Oh, he sold his Midas. He's going for the Satanic.
Radiant's top tower
Selling your Midas. What is that?
Only at 35.
Radiant's
It just paid
structures
itself
are
off.
fortified.
How can you sell such a sacred item?
Much more comfortable fight here. And like we said, the way that they did that fight too was very good. The disengage from the egg and the re-engage. That's what we're looking at here for Viking.
They're going to try and come out with a smoke.
They've got God Strength available again, though.
Radiant's
What are they
top
looking for,
tower
Toby?
is under attack.
Oh, or are they? They kind of split up here.
So-
Not to the side. They were looking towards Celery at the same time, and now Stabilized, but he's been split between the two fights.
Chad's in up, Charlie.
Straight away, over he goes. Charlie is off the side with the BKB, steps away. They're cutting out the Supernova. There's a Viking GG wait it out. Now Shad's ready to go back in. He's heading in. Supreme's looking for Toby. He'll find him. Already with the first jump, Shad takes down one. He's looking for more. Or NIP going to give it to him. They're running away.
Keep one. He walks into the pit on Shad. He's gonna lay it here.
He's still looking. NIP's got to stay hidden.
Generation.
Stay away from the Sven.
Good. Walking up.
Oh, Shad's in. He's on to Saberlight. Saberlight didn't get the chance to put the Lotus on himself. The overgrowth. Buys a little bit of time. Shad is going to be able to still move in and take down the Saberlight Underlord. That's a buyback coming out from Era. And it will stop Viking GG chasing for more, but doesn't allow them to save Saberlight. Down for a minute.
They keep getting Toby, but it's not the big kill. They don't want to kill the Venge. The Venge doesn't matter so much. It's the rest of them.
And we saw that last fight around their triangle. I mean, they were very split. Some of them were chasing Toby down to the river, and some of them were turning towards Celery, up towards the top line.
Yep.
Kind of little miscoordination there from NIP, and it's kind of hurt them. 9k lead for Viking GG. This Sven getting stronger and stronger.
Radiant are
That's pathetic.
scanning.
It feels like they couldn't focus fire him anyway. Now it really feels like there's just no damn way. He just has way too many buffs thrown onto him. Alacrity, Solar Crest, Medallion,
Living armor.
including his own living armor, especially. Yeah, they did steal it in the last one too. Just
You know, you take that into account against the Drow as well. It's that and Warcry. What's the Drow going to do?
not a lot.
Not a lot.
It hasn't felt like she's been able to do much this game anyway. Honestly, for Charlie, he's
Yeah, it's been
having
hard.
a pretty tough time. And, time is, balance in all things. Timeless Relic for both sides. Aramis, he's zooming over.
Who takes the relic on Vikings? You put it on the Rubik.
Absolutely.
Oh, but who's going to carry the telescope?
You give it to the Undying. He doesn't need anything.
Oh, that's actually a
Undying's
good
job is to carry telescope.
That's a good question. I was going to actually ask someone smart. If you get Timeless Relic on Undying, does Decay count as a debuff? Does it increase the duration that you're stealing strength from someone?
Who cares? Because that sounds awful.
What do you mean it sounds awful? You have the strength for longer.
Wow,
How's
you
that
keep it for an
like-
extra 5 seconds. Oh, and that sounds so bad.
But it's not an extra 5 seconds. Steal duration 45. What's wait, hang on.
They're giving it to the Rubik. It's actually good on Rubik.
Hey, Supreme.
Tombstone's on the high ground. He
Nice
gets
take.
taken out instantly. What the hell? Timeless Relic on for Decay? I was thinking something big.
No,
brain.
it's a
Decay?
25% debuff duration. 25% of... You take the DK talent plus 40, that's 85. So 25% of 85 is... 11.75. No, it's not. It's 20...
Radiant's
It's
top
a
tower
lot. It's
is under
quite a
attack.
lot of seconds.
It's 100 seconds, pretty much.
So it's like 100. Yeah.
That sounds terrible, Owen. How is
Why?
that the?
What?
I just thought you were gonna give me something like.
Whoa,
that
what's
actually made-
this? I hope he's
Whoa, big
alright.
alarm, what the heck?
I mean, I hope he's alright because that doesn't sound.
That is very
serious.
That's very
You
concerning.
don't type second big alarm. I mean, I hope he. Whoa. Wow. okay.
Fire alarm.
Wow.
Okay. Well, big alarm. Both
Well,
are
I
pretty
hope
concerning anyway.
Yeah, this is even more concerning now. I don't know what he was correcting. I hope it was the big and not the alarm, because did he just mean to say sec big fire? Then that's very concerning. I don't think he meant to say sec fire alarm. But then I don't know how you misspell fire as big. I don't know. Let's hope he's alright. See? Been said here.
I actually cannot believe you asked me about
I'm sure he
debuff
means
duration
fire
of-
alarm rather than big fire, because if there was a big fire, you would not wait to type big fire. But if there was a fire alarm, you would type fire alarm.
I'm
So
still
sure
just
it's
mad at you about this question. I thought you were gonna give me a good, like crazy.
Wait, so well, you're gonna. So you. Well, I guess you. Well, yeah, I'm seeing these pro players. They don't take the plus 40 decay duration. I don't take that.
That's what
Sounds terrible.
No. Why? What? So what is bad about having?
You're not
it with a
doing
strength
that.
Steal?
Well, you're not doing that many decays in fights. Your decay is actually a very useless ability in fights. In fact, you're actually just a soul rip and a tombstone 90% of the time in fights.
True. Okay.
Decay is like a laning ability.
I mean, I guess that's why you never see these pros get ags about. Yeah.
No, remember when Zai played an Undying
either
offlane with
way-
eggs and they still did not?
Either way, would Timeless Relic increase the DK debuff duration?
I
Is
guess
that-
it would. I guess I have to answer it.
Because it's a
think it would.
debuff and it's a buff for yourself, right? So does it maybe not work because it's a weird ability, you know? There we go. Anyway, looks like it was just a fire alarm rather than a big fire. Fortunately, so
Well, that's
good.
You good? Okay, we said go. Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Flippy has the Timeless Relic, and all things are, that's at least all good.
Yeah.
And he's got Aghanims too on top, by the way. Other thing we didn't point out, Aramis.
But you say
An
he's
absolute beast.
He's still just looking for. I mean, he's got the Firestorm obviously at the moment, but I guess you would pass up on the Firestorm for an Overgrowth steal. That's the big one.
I think its priority is, I mean, if you can ever get Egg, that'll never happen, but Egg, Overgrowth, Firestorm, and Pit. I think Firestorm is a little bit ahead of Pit in most situations, but it's pretty close.
I guess the Ags this game is really just for the frequency of steals, right? There's not really any Ags upgrade spells that you can take, right? Am I missing any?
Nothing massive, I guess, in a way. Yeah, no, not really, no.
You can get the Ags spider webs. There you go.
He only has it when he has the spider webs, though.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets rid of it, it's
I
gone.
know,
so
it's
like-
useless. But he could get it and then put a
He could get
zillion
it.
webs down and then really confuse people.
That's true.
Just hit him with the good old 24 web drop on however many webs it is you get nowadays with Ags. About that. Is it 24 you have?
18? 24? 18? 18.
I was 18.
They give the Spell Prism also to the Brood Mother.
Radiant's
So
middle tower is under attack.
that cooldown on ult is really low. 30 seconds, 14-second duration. He's also taking the talent. Right-clicking Beast. Smoked up. But we see, look at where Celery's standing. He's at the position just to break smokes. And he's even sending Illusionist Capes to scout things out, too. So he's swapping between Telescope and the Illusionist Cape on the Undying.
Oh, that's nice. Very smart. Bit of item micromanagement there.
I feel like people
So
also always
got the Crimson.
I feel like people always forget that how good Telescope is just about the scan cooldown. There's other thing, too. It's pretty massive.
Radiant are scanning.
Honestly, I'm sure half our viewers forgot it existed.
I'm
Because
pretty sure
I,
you did,
for a
too.
moment did. I was like, oh yeah, it does have a scan cooldown reduction. Yeah. Oh, it is
God.
50%. That's a
It's
big
pretty
drop.
massive. Yeah.
50%. Yeah. Dude, that's going to be so
Radiant's
great
bottom tower
for my
is
guild
under
challenges,
attack.
actually. We need telescope. You get the points right for scanning enemy heroes.
That's true, yeah,
You
you need
need
telescope.
telescope, easy guild levels.
That's pretty true.
The Viking GG guild is going to go up stonks after this game.
Roche starting to be a threat. See level 25
it's-
coming out on several heroes. Boom. Radial deafening blast can definitely be pretty huge in this one. AoE disarm.
And NIP's definitely having to be a little more scared than Viking GG is right now.
Yeah.
It's just very. I mean, NIP they need a perfect overgrowth for Super now. Without these two,
They do.
they just don't stand a chance of these fights against the Sven.
And if Aramis
chance to
steals,
clean up.
if Aramis steals the overgrowth too, the fight's pretty much over too. So
Yep.
they have to be very careful with how they do execute this.
So I'll be looking for a swap.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
poke him with some little spiders, but he doesn't care. Tornado to scout. Sunstrike to scout for the swap. Can't quite get it. These Lotus Orbs, just watching Saberlight, even to protect versus the swaps.
Dude, if you're boom now as well, do you really need that BKB, or could you just get an axe? You're pretty tanky, right? Does he have to get that BKB?
It's just safer. It's like, is he actually ever even going to use Is Cataclysm going to hit anyone? I mean,
it's stolen overgrowth.
If he gets the overgrowth,
Cataclysm. Yeah. No, then they got some stuns. I mean, anything sort of the Rubik steals. Man, Cataclysm could be game winning.
Game's not about him. Game's about the Sven.
Sure, he just needs to make sure he can BKB and alacrity the Sven.
Yeah, I think that's the majority of it. It's about. He's already been doing his job without Cataclysm. The Cataclysm is too much to make him mess himself up. Fine. I'm fine with either, to be totally honest with you, but I think BKB is just safer because then he can just, in case like something bad happens, like it's always a bailout.
But no, nullify done on Supreme.
Is that is buyback? He does not have buyback then.
He's close to it. He's close to
it.
He's only a couple of kills away. He's got 2 kills in the team fight. He'll have buyback. Maybe even more if it's a big one. Saberlight.
He's gonna get beat down. That's gonna hurt. He's got creeps at least. It doesn't hurt that much, but yeah, we're seeing how important the Roche is. Both teams just hanging around it. Side lanes just pushing naturally. Eventually, it does look like Vikings side lanes are going to push in a little bit harder, at least on the top one.
I've got the day list done. Again, at the point, Charlie will kick out some damage. As long as he's able to find a place in this fight where Shad's just not charging in on him. He does have the items to duke it out. BKB, Shadowblade, Hurricane Pike, all sort of things to at least, not make it too easy for Shad to confidently commit and feel safe with where he's going, but at the same time, I mean, Shad is just that farmed. I guess he doesn't really care where he's heading when he charges it with the stuns.
I would tell my teammates to move away from me if I was Charlie right now, so I could hit 25 and get my CDR talent. Yeah. Just move out of experience range for it. He's not going to get it off of these 2 camps here now because of that. And the scan is out. They know the Niagara, of course. They're looking a little eager to actually commit now, finally. 25 also picked up on Aramis. And
Saberlight. Saberlight is swapped down. He's got the backup. Tornado holds some of the back, but Supreme still in with the BKB onto Toby. Toby trying to run. They've got the damage.
They'll go down. That is the BKB used. Let's see if they look to commit. They have a ward up there, but it's tough to walk in.
They're making the space to just go for Roche now.
Okay.
They're going to commit with the gold strike. Take this out. Can NIP do anything about this? The BKB for 25 seconds on the Brood.
Oh, an Arcane Rune. Well, they didn't actually give it to the Rubik. And
they're going to try. They've got the overgrowth. Can anyone get in there? No, they can't. Because Roshan has taken out the... What?
He just got left, though.
No, why?
He didn't have space. He picked up Refresher Shard and instantly used it, and then he just had already
panicked. How did he not pick it up, though? No, there was 2 of them in there, wasn't there? What is it with Roshan pits today? Everyone's just having a nightmare around them. Aegis is cheese. They just can't pick them up. They can't hold them.
What did they actually grab, though? He grabbed Refresher Shard and instantly used it on the Sven.
Okay.
Who has the cheese? Can he use it as well?
Drow has a cheese. Is that from them?
I guess Drow. I think that is from there. The cheese. Yep.
They got the Aegis and the cheese NIP, and they legitimately might win the game because they've got Aegis and cheese, and they're ready to go.
Shad is ready to fight, though. I don't know if they know that the God Strength is refreshed immediately.
It's Toby. Trying to chase him down here. Viking's still looking from the side.
I mean, this Aegis is really just allowing NIP to play this crazy here, walking up.
Celery. Let's go with the Ghost.
Silver Edge finished on Shad.
Trying to wrap around here. Toby's flipped himself indeed. Toby's just going to die straight away. Shad comes in the side, focuses down Saberlight. The Sunstrike, boom. Saberlight's out. He's got a buyback available if he wants to. Supreme hiding on the cliff for now.
He's rooted forever in the cold snap. And now another pit. That pit lasts forever. Shad's no BKB when he's back up.
Takes him out the once. Can they do it a second time? Look at it go.
there.
The root. Shad's in again. Is there anything to save Supreme? There isn't. Shad gets the job done. Doesn't matter about the Aegis. They can kill him twice. No problems.
It lasts an eternity. Aramis just dropped the pin and lasts literally forever, and it just roots for like 6 seconds. Well, not like 6, but like 3 seconds, which still feels like 6 seconds.
That's pretty insane, actually. Especially with these BKBs getting low. Well, they're down. Yeah, they are down for 5 seconds.
I was watching him inside the fight too, just to see how he was going to steal. He was looking just for Firestorm because he has the 25 talent too. So 40% spell amp. If he's able to get that too, on top of how much it already do.
40% it is, isn't it?
On top of 15% of the Timeless Relic too, plus his Supremacy. So you can just already start to feel how much damage these spells are going to do. If he gets Firestorm, it's going to burn people like 20%.
So the burn damage of Firestorm is 4% of their HP per second. So 4% plus 40%. That's 44% of their HP per second.
They just
that isn't how it works. But if it did, but it feels like that.
It feels like
much damage.
The damage isn't going to do that much if he gets it. Yeah.
It isn't quite that because that's not how it works. But it is still insane damage.
Yeah.
No, Aramis is he's having a right treat, and he goes to steal a spell from Saber. But he always gets something good.
Yeah.
The ultimate would be the ultimate disappointment.
Yeah, it actually would be the ultimate disappointment.
It would be the ultimate disappointment.
Well, they also used the cheese, I believe, in the last fight too. So Aegis and cheese was used, and they couldn't. They only just got Toby, and that was in them charging to make that aggressive move. Still feeling Viking very, very comfortable in this. Has more growth. You said, boom, you didn't want him to buy the BKB. He didn't. He bought bots, and now he has 7,000 gold. See what he goes for now.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, they're getting rich. It's getting to the later stages of the game. 50 minutes in here, 32 to 31. Still a 15k lead for Viking, and you do have to look at this Sven, and in this game, it looks like Sven should be able to carry this.
Yeah, with all the backup behind him too, and how much growth they still have is the crazy thing too. Like this Venge, this Rubik, the Invoker, they still have a lot of ways to get stronger and stronger. Well, I do feel like NIP, they still have room for growth, but they're starting to hit these slight peaks on some of their core heroes.
I mean, Shad needs to swallow that Ags and get working with his 6th slot.
Yeah.
Still got money to spend.
Yeah, he should. He should already. He has 9,000 gold.
Dude, why eat the Ags, my friend? Just get some of that money spent on the Basher at least. You get Ags and a Basher, and you still got buyback. You're good.
Why not? Or an AC. I guess the Venge is going to build the AC eventually. That's fine.
Yeah.
Go more greedy on yourself. But yeah, definitely spend your gold. Okay, he's got the Axe Blessing coming out soon.
There we go.
And the Basher as well. There you go.
Any big buys for NIP on the horizon?
I'm seeing the Courier go out. I think it's just the Abyssal. That's just it. I didn't see anything else. They all are saving quite a bit of gold here. These gold differences at the end of the game always get a little weird because people are carrying like 5,000, 6,000, so. And yeah, he has switched. The BKB was bought, and now he switched and are going into the Octarine on Invoker, so. No Aghanims. He just wants one. And if he's going to get an Aghanims, it's going to be from Roche.
Yeah. I mean, next up we are going to have the Aghanims and the Refresher Shot.
Yep. And both teams are giving each other the respect in the fights.
Honestly, though, I think if you're Viking GG,
what's up?
You probably want to end this game before the 60-minute mark. I don't think if you're Viking GG, you want to run the chance of this Drow getting a Ballista. Is that not like a legitimate worry if you're Viking GG that maybe that sort of thing could happen if you don't end the game before 60 minutes?
It definitely could be. I mean, Mirror Shield is also insane versus Sven. It blocks the Ag stun.
I think you want to try and close it up if you're Viking GG.
But they also do get a lot with if they get like let's say. I mean, there's so many different ones. Like we're still 8 minutes away, but like if Fallen's dive into base is always amazing. Like, you always get these like force boots, which lets you get rid of an item slot. It's because you have a boot as your neutral item, and then you have a real item picked up, like a rapier or something. They still have a lot of
imagine imagine Woodland Striders with the Sven stun.
Yeah.
Does that work?
What do you mean?
Well, you pop them and it leaves a trail of trees as you fly across.
I guess it would.
Right, wouldn't it?
I guess it would.
Woodland Strider Sven. Let's go.
They're going to end it 30 seconds before the 60-minute mark, just like last game.
I mean, I think they should. Honestly, Ballista Drow, that turns games around. You don't want to give there any chance for Charlie to find the sign at the 60-minute mark. You know, as much as you say there are strong items for Viking GG. You don't want to let that risk happen.
I guess. But then you have fun. You have all the fun with all the new items.
Yeah, but this is elimination game, isn't it? Right?
That is true.
One of these teams is through to the playoffs, or one of these teams is going home. That's it. Goodbye. You know, you don't want to be the team that we're saying goodbye to. You want to be the team that wins. Continues here at ESL 1 Germany.
That is a very fair reason to see why both teams, you know, being so passive right now and just kind of chilling out, waiting for these next few items. What do we have finished up, or what's coming out on Shad next? Is it the refresher?
Done on Sven.
Oh, okay. Because he still needs to get a refresher too on this Sven at some point.
Well, yeah, I mean, Roshan's going to be up. He's going to get a refresher shot. I think rather than spend the money on the Moonshard next. He's queuing up. He wants the Lincolns. What was he want of Lincolns against specifically? The Abyssal on the Brood?
That would be like the only targeted thing. Yeah.
What would you even swap out for the Lincolns? The phase boots?
Double damage.
Yeah.
Also, are you a fan of him
using the Mindbreaker? Right?
Yeah, instead of the Paladin.
I was thinking the same thing for the last 5 minutes. Yeah.
So I mean, sure, but you get the silence on a hit. But most of the time, the person you're hitting is also stunned for 2 seconds. So it doesn't matter if they're silenced, if they can't move or do anything.
It does give 25%. It does give 25 attack speed. People also forget about that.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's probably the reason.
I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah.
I don't see another reason to why he would be holding it.
Taking that over the Paladin. Yeah. When you have Satanic.
You can get the big silence and kill the Phoenix, and then the Phoenix has to Yules and drop down, right?
Yeah, but when he's it's true. I guess because he's playing with the Silver Edge, he's able to get in and get that hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you come in with the Silver Edge hit, break, silence, it's good initiation.
All right, let's see. All smoked up. Claiming the high ground here before NIP, just to catch NIP off guard.
Oh, they're not ready for this one. He's gone over to the side. Shad, he's in onto the Brood, but he has been disarmed. Charlie able to push up off the side. Sunstrike off the mark. A pushback Supreme with the Deafening Blast to buy back straight away from these.
I think we might have a chance for 60-minute items.
Into 60 minutes. One other thing as well that I guess is quite nice about it is the fact that you get that magic damage against the high armor heroes like the Drow, I assume is
it's like 20 magic though. It's kind of weird. But yeah,
but it's damage that's not being nullified by the high armor. So I guess it adds up.
That should
God
help.
Strength CD. NIP all gathered together with the smoke. Celery's got the high ground vision down already.
Radiant
Rush.
are scanning.
Forge Spirit in the pit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look at the positioning here. It's all so defensively positioned on the side of Viking. 45 seconds for God Strength.
4 more minutes till the big items are out.
Yeah. We see top, they actually have to use their glyph to keep their tier 2 alive. They're going to start living armor, healing it up, and Roche will spawn. King are aware, and IP should be aware. How close to 30s? Anybody? Sven, so close.
30's pretty big. That God Shrink damage.
Yeah, God Shrink stamp. Oh yeah, we didn't even point that out that he went.
No, I just noticed that now. Yeah,
I just noticed. Wait, what the hell? No, yeah, he'll get all those unlocked and they'll be pretty nice. Even we need the move speed. Everything will be decent for him. And yeah, just sitting around the pitch, still waiting, finishing up these next few items. It's really just up to execution of these fights. Feels like Vikings has a little bit easier access in it.
Three minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes till NIP find Ballista and win the game. Spoilers.
Nope, calling it. Ex Machina on Ex Machina Invoker and
that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be, yeah, he'd take it.
That would be pretty damn good for him. It's also a plus 20 armor versus Drow.
It is. That's true. Yeah, that's pretty huge against Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. 2.5 minutes. Both teams just have to just stare at each other. Let's see if somebody makes the smoke at the 59-15 mark to make them, make them think that they're gonna get neutral items.
Yeah, you could
that's the play.
play around that.
Yeah, I think that's the play. You make them think they're gonna get it. Boom's gonna slowly start to work on the Roche.
I think you might just let them have it. Can they not really go for a fight? Can they go for a fight here?
They can't give the Roche for free though.
Double damage.
They can't work on it too easily.
I mean, but moving into this space where he's got DD as well.
Oh my god, DD and up.
DD.
Venge also just bought an AC, so even more.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
You want to try and fight this? This is a little scary for NIP.
He's hitting for 800 damage right now. Firestorm's been casted. Where's the Rubik? I'm watching to see if he's gonna steal it.
I mean, last time Viking did kill the Roche and then forget to pick up the edge. So, he can pick stuff up. They're being used to scout things out, but Shad's finishing up the Roche.
Without using God Strength, too. He doesn't have space for it yet, though. He has to make some item slots.
Who's going to pick... Oh, they're scared. They're backing up a little bit. They're holding back. As now they're still on Saberlight. Supreme is in. Supernova's out as well. They're going to be able to get the space with the overgrowth to finish the Roche. Supreme's able to take it. And he picks up everything. Axe, Pressure Shard, and the Aegis, it's all springs. And now they're going to get out the Dark Rift. It's not going to be successful. They couldn't rift it in time. Dark Rift wasn't set up in place. They kill him off. But he's
not getting out of that one.
He has got buyback though. And they did stop Viking getting the Aegis and the Refresher Shard and the Axe. They got him all.
But they can't take the fight at all in the midst of it. It's just Viking way too strong on all of their heroes. That's the thing. It feels like they have a 5-core unit, while it feels like on the side of NIP, they only have 2 or 3 heroes that can actually stand toe-to-toe versus anyone here. The Firestorm did like 5,000 damage in the fight just from being placed in the middle of everything. He didn't even have to cast much else.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard push to defend.
Yep.
I mean, Shad, God Strength is going to wear out. And we're very close to the 60-minute timer. 25 seconds for Viking GG to end until Ballista is picked up. Can they end it? I mean, buybacks are going to have to come out from both the Brood and the Underlord. 4v5. Yeah. Are they the worst ones? No. The worst ones. Yeah, Book of the Dead. Yeah, Book of the Dead's definitely one. I don't think Trident's one of the worst ones. Do you think Trident's one of the worst ones? Yeah, but look how much money these people have at this stage. Let's have a look. We're good to go. Drow's back in. Can Viking GG close this up? Whilst at least well with the tree and he's dead the longest with that buyback still on cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower.
Take the tier 2. GG. Anything's out for the Sunstrike. Charlie. Yeah, by the tornado. Buyback coming out just from Saberlight for now.
6 seconds.
They can hold. With the lift up. Pit and the Firestorm down. Saberlight's got to be careful. If they get vision for a swap out, could be pretty deadly.
Level 30 on the Sven now too. Everything has been unlocked.
Tower down, and he's onto the racks. Okay, is it a little bit of respect being shown? Oh no, he's just healing up on the creeps. Does he want to stick around? 60 minutes. Let's do it. Right.
Yes, there we
see
go.
What I can get. Let's see what I get.
Nothing.
Oh.
Oh, that's the only one they want.
That's all they were going to do. Max to try to end the game. They have got creeps for now. Backdoor protection kicking in. Now the creeps are back over. They're wanting to try and push whilst this Brood is dead. 30 seconds. No Supreme.
Now look at all the buff on Chad.
Oh, Charlie BKB. Okay.
Now he's got to back away.
Yep.
And now we're going to get to see neutral items.
Here we go. Let's see what they can find and let's rate them.
And we get to also point out really important level 25s too. Toby, level 25 Venge. So even if he dies, Lucian can cast his spells. Yeah, probably one of the biggest level 25s.
What?
And
Shad, why is he hitting jungle lane creeps? Come on, hit the jungle. He just stormhammered over the Trossum camp. This one, oh, he didn't even let it spawn. Come on, let the skeleton spawn so you have more chances of the drop.
Okay, Seer Stone has been picked up, and
Here we go.
they're smoking out. Jack gets a ballista.
The ballista. It was on the wrong team.
They get a Mirror Shield actually picked up for NIP. That's a big one. Ex Machina is picked up for Boom. He's got the big one.
So ballista for Viking is no use, right? No one really wants that.
No one wants that. Wait, where's the... Does he not want the Ex Machina? He's using Witness to go over the Ex Machina.
No, he should definitely take... He'll take Ex Machina.
They're giving the Ex Machina to spend.
Okay. Okay. Look at this. Wait, hang on. Charlie. Some of the BKB. Multi-shot out. Jumping with the Abyssal. Ooh. They're over. They've got the stun on Supreme. Supreme is going to let the Abyssal. The Super over the high ground of the Envoy. The egg is going to be good. It's going to pop. The disarm. They've controlled the Sven. The Sven is dead. He's locked down. The BKB comes to an edge. He's going to turn Tornado onto the two of them. Trying to run. They're going to dark gripped out of this one. They're looking to bail with these buybacks coming into play, and they'll be able to do so.
Arrow though.
He is able to get him. Arrow's got buyback. Arrow's got buyback.
This Firestorm actually takes for 500 damage per hit. It actually almost killed the Drow in 3 hits. Like,
maybe my maths wasn't wrong. Maybe it is 44% of their HP per second.
I just saw it pick on Arrow for like 200 or like 360 damage with 1 tick. Like,
what's the neutral item state? So they only got the 1 item NIP.
They only got the Mirror Shield, which should be on the Drow.
To get out. So Supreme's got a hunt. So someone's got to... Oh no, don't let the spider... Supreme's got to be careful about the spiders. You can't let those just kill the camps, because then imagine if you can't get the item. It's going to be very sad.
Oh god, that would be disastrous.
Yeah.
So okay, Ex Machina on Sven, so plus 20 armor. And for people who don't know, refreshes all of your items except for Refresh Orb.
And they've got the Seer Stone. They've got the Seer Stone on Venge. So the swap range, he's going to be able to swap them from base to base. It's massive.
Yeah, it's also nighttime vision as well, which is really important too. So it does have that, and it's also, you know, Delusion can do all these.
They've got to get out. Hit the jungle NIP. Hit the jungle NIP.
They gotta go. Supreme.
Somebody
There's
get
a
in the jungle.
next to you. Go hit it. Okay, they're gonna hit this one here. Charlie, he's got the rapier queued up too, if he's able to get it.
They're not getting any. Where's the drops?
Where are the drops?
Where's the drops?
Low drop rate from these creeps.
Don't firestorm and walk away from the jungle camp. That is incredibly dangerous. Be careful about these drops. They've got to get them.
They're just not getting the luck.
Get the drops.
Next camp. Okay, to the Banshee.
Clean up the triangle. Go.
Anything? Okay, Ballista.
Oh, they've got it!
They actually
got it! And with that,
he's giving me a
NIP take the series. they got Ballista. And what did I tell you? They had to end the game before the Drow got Ballista.
Ballista rapier.
No. Oh no. Drow's got a Ballista.
Let's watch how far those multi-shots go. Oh, they also find themselves the Stygian Desolator. Does anyone want that?
No one wants that. Maybe the Brood.
Give it a Brood.
Brood will probably take it.
I think it's only minus 10 armor.
Spell Prism. They want Stygian Desolator.
But they're gonna get... Oh, they got Trident. Dude, they actually got 2 of the items that I said that they would get.
Dude, Charlie, buy the Rapier. Just, who cares? No, don't buy a Silver Edge. Oh my... Why is he just got a Stygian? You just buy Rapier and sit your tier 4s and you literally cannot lose the game. Why is he buying a Silver Edge, Fog? Why is he not buying the Rapier?
Because he's still scared. Because this is, like you said, it's an elimination game, so nobody's gonna buy Rapier.
I'm gonna guess. Disappointment. Disappointment all round.
But they got some pretty good items. They've got the Mirror Shield, they've got the Desolator, I guess, on the Brood, even though it's not very great. It's something.
Yeah. And they have got that. They've got that. The Ballista.
They got the
That's all they need. That's all that mattered. They get the Ballista, they win game.
Woodland Striders on the Undying. I can't believe both choosing to just keep the Shaco. I guess Shaco's just OP. It really is. I mean, you do get an insane amount of health from it, but not even giving him Woodland Striders. Celery. He's just planting some trees for his team. He can actually block off pathways up on the high grounds with these Woodland Striders.
That's true. Do some nice stuff with this.
Trap people inside of the
and you also the tank at me, 60 HP regen.
It is 60, yeah. I mean, the movement speed, you're actually
plus
mobile.
80.
Like, look, like 440 movement speed with no boots, quote unquote.
Yeah, he's super speedy, and he's got a slot to hold the wards.
He sure does, and the gem. This is a good dream. This is like the dream is important to get those.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So who's going to build? Is no one going to build the Trident? I think,
Is no one actually gonna build
I
it?
think if Supreme gets the money, you take the Trident over the Stygian Desolator. Like, if he gets the money, he'll buy a Trident and get rid of the Stygian.
I would think so, yeah. But it's so expensive. Like buyback gets to the point where like it's 3,000 gold. You don't want to ever spend 6,000 gold on an item that just feels meh.
No.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, that's Rixin in the base. Catapults with some little spiders. The spiders are beating on the tower. And there's the ballista.
They're starting the siege.
Radiant's bottom
And they're going to be able to put a stop to this. Charlie able to do it from quite a distance. Deafening Blast doesn't even reach the drought. Sunstrike does though. Charlie taking a bit of a tickle on the head.
That multi-shot hits them back in their base there. Just clip Toby. And now he's going to draw a path. Yeah, there you go, Celery. Don't let them through. The trees have blocked the entrance. Both teams they're terrified to make plays because both team fights are just so damn strong. Like Phoenix is level 25.
They're going to go
rifting.
smoke.
Rifting onto the spiders. Saberlight.
Roshan's going to be up again very soon.
Ooh. Celery spotted for a second here with Toby near.
So close to one another, but Supreme. They're going to go in.
Tombstone's on high ground. He'll insta-kill it.
Tombstone.
They are under ward vision here still.
I mean, we saw just NIP, they can't get away with just trying to push the high ground and having Charlie hit from far off.
Has to be scared of the wraparound though, for sure.
DD.
Oh, Shad. Shad is actually 200 gold short of buyback with 5,000 gold. Pointing that out right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's also on call now, so.
Oh, true that. But he still needed gold.
Double damage.
He'll have it. He's done spending, isn't he? Well, no, actually that's not true. He didn't buy a moon shard yet.
Yep.
And he doesn't really need to have bots in his inventory. Could get something else. It's Charlie. Swallows a moon shard. He's got a DD.
Okay.
Dire's
Supreme,
top
11,000
barracks are
gold.
under attack.
Spiders will quickly bring down the range tracks. A couple hits from the Drow. And up to the melee.
Radiant's bottom
And he's popped the BKB. And he's also wasn't quite at the top of the stairs, so missing quite a few of those on the uphill. So the racks will be saved.
Meanwhile, bottom, the Forge Spirits are taking out the racks bottom.
Saberlight's in. Stop to that. And Viking GG are going to step out. They're going to see if they can catch anything top. They know that Saberlight's headed back.
Ooh, they saw the Fire Spirit for a second. Toby, can you get the swap?
You can get here, Era and Charlie.
They're afraid now. The Grip ran hit, so they got the spiders.
Wait, Supreme, he's been Hex. Look at the Hex on the spider. There's the Supernova off to the side. Can they take it out? They're trying to do so. Shad's in onto the spider. The Brood is dead. Body shot will take down Celery the once, but he's going to be back for round two. He's now in up. He's got to be careful. They've got to get out of this. They're chasing. They have the detection for Charlie. Shad, he's hunting, but Charlie's out to the side with the Silver Edge. He'll live.
Era's got to get.
And they've got him. Era goes down. Both of these heroes with buyback available, and the top lane is heavily pushed in.
Saberlight has to be way more careful there. He Dark Ripped it onto a spider right in front of them, and they just killed the spider. It was just crawling right in front of them, and immediately Ex Machina is popped. All his items are back at the ready, and Roche. There we go. That might be that agony for Boom.
I think Boom's yeah. You get the axe to Boom, and Refresher Shard. I give it to Shad or Boom.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Immortality.
Boom. Oh wait, he didn't take it. It's still there. Oh, there it is. Now he's taking it. Now we got it.
I think
so the axe.
That one definitely takes a little bit of inner talking. It's just like, wait, who gets Aegis now? Because shit's getting crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Level 30 now on the Invoker as well. All right, who's level 30 now?
Everybody's got buyback though. Everybody in the game right now has got buyback available.
pretty big right now for Viking. They have Aegis, they have Cheese, they have Refreshers, and they have the only 2 level 30s in the game at the moment. So they're at a whole nother level of strength in comparison.
But they've got to push into the blister. And they've left it late. They've left it past the 60. Look at that. Whoa, boom. What? And what, he is in. He is in and he will be saved. I mean, it's a good job. He just stood there on the front line. He was ready to go. Godstrength comes out. Pushing in. Trying to push them back with a multi shot. They do clip the Drow with the Tornado and the 40k play. Okay.
They're picking Aramis. He's very far on the front line. He can't actually get steals because of this mirror shield. Wait, is that a broken interaction? Wait, what the hell?
Wait, what happened?
Did you see that?
It blocked every single one. What?
It blocked everything. Wait, what the hell was that?
Wait, what?
Lotus Orb on? Mirror shield was blocking 100% of spells.
Wait, what's happening here? What's happening? Wait, so when
see if that happens
when
again.
he uses Lotus Orb on himself, you're saying during the Echo Shell debuff, everything is operating as if it was a reflect from the mirror shield.
That's what I just saw myself.
So it's completely blocking it.
Yeah, he just tried to spell steal, I think 3 or 4 times from the Underlord, and it all blocked. Unless I'm crazy and I saw something completely wrong, which is a little possible at this time.
Yeah, that happens.
72 minutes in.
Rubik has no stolen spells, and he used it multiple times, right?
Or was that Lincoln's being thrown onto the Underlord as everything was happening with a Lotus?
How many Lincolns do they have to throw on?
They only have the one.
They have one.
Cooldown on
I heard,
Drow.
yeah.
I heard 3 pops.
I heard 3 pops as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Well, yeah, we'll look in the later stages. That's Rift just to kind of push out this lane, it feels, and then back to their base. Invoker's going to right click now.
Okay.
Just in case. It's just in the backpack, you know. When the Aegis is gone, he's got a data list just there. And Moonshard has been consumed for Shad, so at maximum now. Just needs the boots to travel level 2.
I'm intrigued now by that mirror shield thing.
I'm going to keep watching it because I heard like 3-4 pops.
Try and keep an eye on what that is.
Yeah, that was really strange.
Obviously, what mirror shield, as it works, once every 8 seconds. It's a Lincoln's and a Lotus, right? Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah.
It does both the things once.
Yes.
But and maybe it did that, but because that could block. What's he doing outside of the base?
Supreme.
Okay.
He's got buyback,
I mean,
but he just died outside of the base.
Radiant's bottom
Taking the range, Drax. That was the mirror shield.
Yeah, he didn't have Lotus on it.
That was just a standard mirror shield. That was the Lotus.
That would block the third one though.
Look at the Lincolns. Anyway,
Super
out
in the middle, but he's gonna
gonna kill it in time. They can super it out. They're already very low. So he's able to put the cheese, get back to full HP. They turn straight on the Saberlight's taken out. 3 buybacks coming out here from the side. That's a dieback from the Brood. Nisha's got outside of the base. The Supernova will go on this time as well as the Sunray. The burning Shad. And they kill this Invoker a second time. Boom. Still in the pit. The Pash is out. Hex as well. As they'll get him. The Invoker will fall.
4 buybacks though. Themselves. Now the buybacks are coming in on Viking.
Oh, and that's just good, but they're going to be able to get this Underlord too by the looks of it. The control into the Sunstrike. He is down and out. That should be it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 dead, no buyback. It's up to Charlie and Nisha to hold this against a full 5 of Viking, and I don't think they've got it in them. 75 minutes coming up. Viking GG. They're looking to end this, Charlie. Trying his best to hold. Pushing back right up towards the fountain. Hex out onto the tree and diving in as well with the Sven. They'll clean him up. Team wiping the Sven IP, and there we have it. The GG well played is called. Viking will be your victors here today. And one of the longest game I believe we've had is 74 minutes and 59 seconds. A pretty insane one.